What's up YouTube? Welcome to Talk Malcolm Talks, so let's talk. So the biggest thing that's going on right now is unfortunately Ric Flair was put into the hospital. As we're recording this video at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a few hours ago it was announced that Ric Flair is now in a medically induced coma. So I kind of want to give you guys an entire rundown of the situation with Ric Flair. So yesterday it was announced that Flair was admitted to a hospital, but his representative called it routine monitoring. But it was also known that his family actually admitted him to the ICU. And usually when you're put into the ICU, that's for a more serious case than just something that's routine. But along with that same representative also said that there's no reason to panic. Then I believe around 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that same representative tweeted out that if you're a fan or a friend of Ric Flair, that we really need your prayers right now because his medical situation was actually getting worse. This is just me assuming that when that same person that said it was routine monitoring, that it was probably something serious, but they didn't know at the time, that until they actually knew the real situation, they really didn't want to say anything. That's just me assuming. There's no facts about that. And that led up to today when Jimmy Van actually tweeted out earlier, at Fightful Online, I'm told from sources close to the situation, as of this morning, Ric Flair was in a medically induced coma. And that's all the information that's been reported from the representative or people that are actually around the situation right now. In case you didn't know, when most people go through a medically induced coma, is that it means it's giving your brain time to rest and decrease from the swelling that's going through. Is that the situation with Flair? I don't know. That's just what happens with most people that actually go through medically induced comas. But there's not that much information of exactly what's going on with Ric Flair. First, when he was admitted to a hospital, had something to do with heart issues. And now you go to a medically induced coma. There's just not a lot of information about Flair's situation in general, but that's just something for you to know. Mainly I want to talk about this so more people know about it if you didn't know, because it's trending like all over Twitter right now. You probably already saw it. Also saying good luck to Ric Flair and prayers for him and his family as well for a safe recovery and no further medical issues. Personally, I feel like Ric Flair is gonna be alright. Talking about Ric Flair, the only thing that can actually hurt this guy is if they actually made him do that WCW like Spartacus gimmick. Ric Flair doesn't tap. I think he'll be fine. Nature Boy's too strong to let that get to him. He'll be fine. Also, really big news, you could call it in WWE and also outside of WWE because it has to do with someone that's outside of WWE, but not anymore. Pro Wrestling Sheets confirmed that Adam Cole has signed a deal with the WWE and it's expected he'll be starting with NXT soon. Also, PWI insiders also talked they're supposed to be starting at the Performance Center this week. Along with Adam Cole, there's been a lot of ROH guys that are going over to WWE right now. We finally got Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish already made their debuts, and it's also heavily rumored that Donovan Dijak and Leo Rush are going to WWE as well. You guys kind of know the drill with me and Leo Rush. That's my dude. I've been talking about it for the past like 3 videos now. Had his final indie appearance yesterday. That's the last video I posted. Check that out if you want. But back to Adam Cole. There also was a lot of rumors that there's going to be an ROH invasion angle. That would be cool, but nah. I think that's a weird combination of people. That would be kind of strange, honestly. I'm just happy to hear that Adam Cole is actually officially going to be starting in WWE soon. 3-time ROH World Champion, PWG Champion, and among so many other accomplishments. Adam Cole, WWE. It just feels right. The only thing that's gonna suck that you can't walk around the ring saying, "Suck my dick." Vince, I'm gonna need you to push your rating back. I need to hear him say that in WWE. That would make my day if I could hear that man say that on your television show. So The Rock covered up his iconic Brahma Bull tattoo, and it looks really stupid. I don't like it. Not a fan. He went into full detail about why he's changing it and all that kind of stuff. But just from the aesthetic appeal of it, it doesn't look that good. I'm not a fan of it. The Rock did it. Obviously, it's gonna be genius somehow because pretty much everything he does is pretty solid genius level. So he'll find a way. That's gonna be iconic. But Mattel, looks like you got some more designing to do. Apparently, he says this is also a bull. No, it looks like a pterodactyl. No, it's not a bull. Yeah, that's just weird. It just, nope, I don't like it. What kind of tooth fairy has that on their arm? You can put $1 under my bed and then take my TV. I'm not gonna stop you. It was also announced today that WWE SummerSlam is gonna be returning to Brooklyn one more time. There was a lot of rumors saying that it was actually gonna go back to the Staples Center, it's going back to LA, but it's coming back. One more time, good, because I'm not going to SummerSlam this year. I know a lot of people keep asking me that. Not gonna be there, sorry. I spent all my money at Battleground. I still have the chair. Who wants to sit on Jinder's face? That's not weird, it's a face. No, come on. You know, these things are really heavy. It's not really newsworthy, I just want to mention it. Post Malone, who's a rapper, if you guys don't know who he is, probably his most popular song is Congratulations. Posted a picture with Steve Austin, and honestly, Steve Austin looks like he has no idea who this guy is. Just looking at it made me smile, so I just wanted to make you guys smile a little bit, because it doesn't look like a good combination of people. It's Post Malone and Steve Austin, just not a combination you expect. Now I really want to see a picture of John Cena and Lil Pump, or actually him and like Jeff Hardy. That would be cool. Chris Jericho was on Talk is Jericho. He was talking about why his return to WWE in Richmond, Virginia was a one and done. I was there, I was marking a freak out when he came out. It made it kind of interesting because how's he gonna fit into this role? He just did a triple threat on SmackDown. What are you gonna do for SummerSlam? Also, I haven't seen him on television in a hot minute past, what, how many weeks ago was that, like 3? But he talked about it on Talk is Jericho. He said the reason he was even in Richmond, Virginia, because he was helping WWE film for season 2 of Southpaw Regional Wrestling. It's like this 80s old school wrestling series that goes on the WWE YouTube channel. It's cool. If you haven't watched it, I think you should watch it. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are probably the best thing up there. Next to Ruru. Also, he was there to record a podcast with Breezango. I was kind of excited to see Jericho back in the ring, but adios. bye, see you next time. Give it a month, I'll be back. There wasn't that much news outside of WWE, but it was something like really major that happened in GFW, which is outside of WWE. I don't know why I'm saying that. You're not stupid. Alberto El Patron, formerly known as Alberto Del Rio in WWE, was stripped of the GFW Global Force Wrestling. That's such a crappy name. That's such a trash name. Global Force. That sounds like a failure. 5 seconds in, I'm already crapping on GFW. I'm sorry. But El Patron was actually stripped of the GFW Heavyweight Championship. About a month ago with the investigation between him and Paige in the airport, and with that with him working in GFW, he was suspended. As in, El Patron ain't showing up on television until we figure this thing out. They figured it out, and they took that man's belt. Next champion, Tyrus. Or just give it to Lashley because he was doing actually really well. Moose? Actually, Moose. Please give it to Moose. Moose should be... What am I talking about? GFW did not like his behavior with the whole investigation going on between them and the actual investigation that was done on the situation, because her going around at the moment, Del Rio likes to keep his hands on everyone else. Is that true? We may never know. GFW put out a press release earlier today and they said, while it's apparent the initial reports unfairly characterized El Patron's involvement in the incident in the Orlando airport, we are nonetheless disappointed in the manner in which he dealt with the situation. We expect more decorum from all the GFW roster, especially the world champion. Ha, sucker! It's like they put you in timeout and then still took your phone anyway. We expect more decorum from all GFW roster. Decorum. Behavior in keeping with good taste and propriety. You know what's good taste? Giving Matt Hardy his gimmick. So, Mr. Jeff Jarrett, strip yourself of your position, because you did not show good decorum. Did I use that correctly? I don't know. I really don't care. And yeah, guys, that's the video. If you really enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, share, always subscribe. Send your thoughts and prayers to Ric Flair and his family as well. And we outie.